Seconds until showtime.
Standing by.
Are you ready, Louis?
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live.
The Louis Show, starring Louis. Featuring your friend, Eddie the Elephant. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, Louis. In today's show, we'll be thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. You can be anything you want to be. Let's take a look. Are you getting ready for bed? Eddie is going to tuck you in. If you had to go to work tomorrow, what would you like to be? You can be anything you want to be. Let's imagine. Louis, how about a police officer? Police officers enforce the laws that help to keep us safe and protected. Police officers work at a police station and they drive police cars. Police officers wear special uniforms, hats, and badges. Officer Eddie is getting ready to drive his police car through our neighborhood. He is going to make sure it is safe. Are you Officer Eddie's partner today? I think you are. Sometimes, police officers ride motorcycles. Police officers must remember to wear their helmets when riding on their motorcycles. Are you wearing your helmet? Look, that little boy is lost and crying. What should he do? His mother is looking for him, but she can't find him. Can you help the little boy find his mother? I bet you can. A police officer is a good person to go to if you are lost, afraid, and don't know what to do. They will help you find your mother or father, and they will help you get home. Good job! You helped the little boy find his mother, and now he is happy. Would you like to be a police officer when you grow up? Louis, maybe you could be a professional athlete. Professional athletes compete in many different sports, including basketball, baseball, football, and hockey. Professional athletes must be physically fit. Are you playing basketball with Eddie? Basketball players dribble a basketball by bouncing it up and down. Don't let Eddie get it. Basketball players also pass the ball to their teammates. Basketball players always practice passing the basketball to each other. Basketball players dribble and pass the ball back and forth during the game. That is how they move the ball up and down the court. Basketball players also practice shooting the ball through the net. You are shooting baskets. Great job! Baseball players play baseball on a baseball diamond that has 3 bases and a home plate. The batter stands at home plate and tries to hit the baseball with a bat. Behind the batter is a person called a catcher. The catcher plays for the other team. Eddie is the catcher today. Do you think you can hit the baseball with your bat? I think you can. Some baseball players are called outfielders. They use baseball gloves or mitts to try to catch the ball after it has been hit. Do you think you can catch the ball with your mitts? Sometimes baseball players have to make exciting diving catches. Great catch! Let's see the instant replay. What a catch! It's your turn to bat again. Keep your eyes on the ball, and don't be afraid to swing. What a hit! What a slide into home plate. Let's see the instant replay. Would you like to be a professional baseball player when you grow up? Football players play on a football field in a football stadium. Each team has 11 players on the field at the same time, and the player that throws the football is called the quarterback. Can you throw the football to your teammate Eddie? I think you can. Great catch, Eddie. A football player that kicks the ball is called the kicker. The player that holds the ball for the kicker is called the holder. Kickers try to kick the ball through metal bars called goalposts. This is called a field goal, and it is worth 3 points. Sometimes, kickers have to kick field goals in the last seconds of the game in order to win. Let's go down to the field to see what's going on. 3 seconds to go in the game. Here's the snap, the put down, the kick. It's high enough. It's long enough. It's good. You kicked a field goal and won the game for the team. Good job. Hockey players play hockey on an ice rink. Hockey players skate on the ice and try to shoot the puck into the net using a hockey stick. A player called a goaltender tries to keep the puck out of the net. Do you think you can shoot the puck past Eddie the goalie? What a shot! You scored a goal! Would you like to be a hockey player when you grow up? Golf is a game that you play on a golf course. In golf, golfers try to hit a little white ball into a hole by hitting it with a golf club. Eddie is getting ready to hit the ball. It is very important to be quiet when someone else is hitting their golf ball, so that they can concentrate. Golfers sometimes drive to their ball in a golf cart. Is that you and Eddie in the golf cart? I think it is. If someone else accidentally hits their ball near you, they are supposed to yell, "4." Can you yell 4? I bet you can. Here we are on special grass called the green. Are you getting ready to put the ball into the hole? Be very quiet, Eddie. Okay, now concentrate. It's in the hole. What a great putt. Would you like to be a professional golfer when you grow up? Tennis is played on a tennis court. Some professional tennis courts are made on very hard clay, and other courts are made on special grass. Tennis players use a tennis racket to hit a tennis ball back and forth to one another. Are you and Eddie having fun playing tennis together? It looks like you are. Louis, maybe you could be the president. A person becomes the president by winning a presidential election. During a presidential election, your friends will campaign for you. They will wear hats and carry signs with your name on them at political parties. with lots of people and lots of balloons. Once you are elected, your job will be to run our government. You will be guarded by the Secret Service. And you will live at the White House in Washington, D.C. The White House is the official residence of the President. The White House has been the home of every president in American history except George Washington. The White House was just being built when George Washington was president. The White House is a very big building. It has 132 rooms. As the president, you will travel all over the country, greeting people and helping people become better citizens. As the president, you make speeches and tell other citizens about your ideas on how America can become a better place. As the president, you will be the commander-in-chief of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. You will also travel all over the world and speak to the leaders of foreign countries about your ideas on how the world can be a safer place. You may travel to New York City and celebrate your birthday at Radio City Music Hall. And you may travel to Philadelphia to see the Liberty Bell. Sometimes, Secret Service agents wear disguises. As president, you may travel to Venice, Italy, and ride in a gondola. You may also travel to the state of Hawaii to speak to American citizens there. If you become the president, maybe your face will be carved into Mount Rushmore with Presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Louis, would you like to be an airplane pilot? You and Eddie are fixing the engine and the wing, so the airplane flies properly. Airplane pilots go to a special school to learn about airplanes. It is very important to keep airplanes in good working condition. Louis, is that you inside the airplane? Be sure and check to see that everything is working properly. Airplane pilots sit in the front of the airplane. This is called a cockpit. A cockpit has many buttons and controls that a pilot uses to fly the airplane. Pilots give the thumbs up sign when everything is A-OK, and the airplane is ready for takeoff. Is that you giving the thumbs up sign? Sometimes, pilots fly helicopters. Helicopters have a very big propeller that spins around very fast. Is Eddie part of your ground crew? When the ground crew gives the okay, the helicopter is cleared for takeoff. Are you ready for takeoff? I think you are. Louis, maybe you can be a paramedic. Paramedics are most often called EMTs, which stands for Emergency Medical Technician. EMTs drive ambulances. EMTs take care of people if they are hurt and need to go to the hospital. Uh-oh, Eddie is hurt. Can you help him? I'm sure you can. You are in the ambulance with Eddie. Are you taking care of Eddie's arm? Good job. EMTs take care of you before you get to the hospital. They can give you medicine to help you feel better. Louis, you can be a doctor. Doctors work in hospitals, and they teach us how to be healthy. Doctors help people when they are not feeling well. Are you helping Eddie in the hospital? Are you going to help Eddie feel better? I think you are. It's time to take Eddie for an X-ray. An X-ray does not hurt. You are looking at an X-ray of Eddie's arm. Eddie's arm is broken, and now you can fix it. Sometimes, doctors need to listen to your heartbeat with a special instrument called a stethoscope. And sometimes, doctors look into your ears and eyes with a special light. You made Eddie feel better, and now he can go home. That's great. Louis, you could be an artist. An artist creates beautiful paintings and sculptures for people to look at. An artist can create pictures from paint, chalk, charcoal, pencils, or ink. You are drawing a picture with charcoal. Who are you drawing a picture of? Is that a picture of your friend Eddie? Very nice job. Eddie knows how to paint too. I wonder whose picture Eddie is going to paint. That's you. An artist can create sculptures from wood, stone, metal, plastic, or clay. Artists sometimes use mallets, chisels, and sandpaper to make art from wood. Some artists make faces out of clay. Artists use a potter's wheel to help them mold the clay. What a beautiful vase you are making with your potter's wheel. A place where you can see beautiful artwork is called a museum. Let's enjoy the beautiful artwork with Eddie. Louis, maybe you can be a teacher. Teachers help us learn things that we need to know, like how to count, how to spell, and how to read. Some teachers show us how to use the library. Are you showing Eddie how to find books in the library? Shh, remember, it is very important to be quiet when you are in the library. Some teachers teach gym class. Are you showing Eddie how to mount the parallel bars? Good job, Eddie. Some teachers teach us how to play musical instruments. Look, you are teaching Eddie how to play the sousaphone. Good job. Now, you are teaching Eddie how to play the bass drum. Now, you are teaching Eddie how to play the chimes. Look, you are playing the timpani by hitting them with felt mallets. Eddie is playing the triangle. Here comes Eddie with the sousaphone. You sound nice. Teachers also teach us the alphabet. Can you help Eddie say the alphabet? I bet you can.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Louis, would you like to be a zookeeper? Zookeepers are people who take care of animals. Zookeepers feed the animals, keep them clean, and make sure that they stay healthy. Zookeepers make sure that each animal has a special place to live that is made just for them. This is called a habitat. Zookeepers make it possible for us to visit the animals and learn about them. Giraffes have very long necks and eat leaves off of very tall trees. Giraffes drink water from ponds and lakes. An animal that loves to swim in the water is a hippopotamus. A hippopotamus spends most of the day with only its eyes, ears, and nose above the surface of the water, and it is able to remain underwater for more than 20 minutes. During the day, the hippopotamus feeds on plants that live in the water, and at night, the hippopotamus comes out of the water and eats plants that grow on land, like sugarcane and corn. Lions are known as the king of the beasts. Lions are very large cats that live in the jungles of Africa. Lions live in families called prides. Today we can see lions in the zoo. Are you taking care of that lion? Good job. Louis, how would you like to be a firefighter? Firefighters work at a fire station where they keep their boots, coats, gloves, and fire hats. Firefighters are trained to use the equipment on a fire truck. It is very important for the firefighters to check the equipment to make sure that everything is working properly. One of the most important pieces of equipment on the fire truck is the fire hose. Another important piece of equipment is called the fire extinguisher. Are you checking the fire hose? Is it working properly? Is Eddie checking the fire extinguisher? Good job, Eddie. Now, Eddie is going to check the hazardous material truck. Eddie says that everything is working properly. It's time to go on a call. Are you ready? Sometimes, firefighters use a special piece of equipment called an aerial ladder to lift them to high places. You used the aerial ladder to rescue a cat from a very tall tree. Good job. Remember that real-life firefighters are specially trained to do their jobs, and real-life fire is very dangerous. Be sure to speak to an adult about what you should do in case of a real-life fire. Louis, you could be a construction worker. Louis. Construction workers work with many big machines, like dump trucks, bulldozers, cranes, and cement mixers. The place where construction workers work is called a construction site. Construction workers build things like roads, houses, bridges, and very tall buildings called skyscrapers. Construction workers wear special yellow hats called hard hats to protect their heads while they work. Construction workers make concrete in a special truck called a cement mixer. Construction workers use tools like shovels and wheelbarrows to move dirt and rocks from the road before the concrete goes in. Sometimes it is necessary to stop the cars on the road so they don't get in the way of the workers. Are you and Eddie directing traffic? I think you are. Sometimes construction workers dig holes in the ground and lay water pipes. Once the water pipes are safely connected underground, you can cover them with dirt and rock. The construction worker, who is in charge of the construction site, is called the foreman. The foreman is in charge of reading and understanding the plans. The foreman makes sure that the construction is done properly and that there are enough supplies, like metal beams, to complete the job. Are you ready to go to work with Eddie? Let's go. Louis, you could be a paleontologist. A paleontologist is a person who digs through rocks, sand, and dirt to look for very old prehistoric plants and animals. Prehistoric plants and animals lived on Earth millions of years ago. Paleontologists dig for the remains of old bones and plants. These old bones and plants are called fossils. The best part about being a paleontologist is that you never know what you might find. It's like you're always looking for a great surprise. You and Eddie are digging. Good luck. I hope you find something. Hey, I think you found something. What can it be? Be very careful. It looks very old and it might break. Be sure to dust it off with a very soft brush. You found something else. What can it be? Eddie isn't quite sure. I think you and Eddie found dinosaur bones from a dinosaur that lived a very long time ago. Remember, you can be anything you want to be. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope to see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.